Hey everyone, so today I am starting on my golden book swap. I thought I'd make this video. I actually had pulled apart the golden book that I was going to use, but I thought why not document the experience and do a tutorial basically on how I'm going to do it. So first I'm going to remove this golden tape basically. So I've seen tutorials where people cut down here or they rip it or whatever. I don't see the sense in that, so I'm just going to use my heat gun to heat the sticker up and lift the sticker off like that. It's pretty easy, and I will just block the noise out and fast forward this. As you can see, I've only done it for a quick second and it's already lifting, so I'm just going to finish this off. See? Easy. Now we'll flip it over to the other side. And done. So I'm just going to put this aside. So now we're going to deal with these staples. And I have somewhere to the side here these little pliers. They were in my jewelry making kit that I have picked up from the I think I got it from Lincraft if you're here in Australia. They're pretty inexpensive. You could use any pliers or anything really. So what I'm going to do is just grab the and pull it up. I hope that's in focus. So I'm going to do that both sides. It's basically like removing a staple from paper, but it's just these ones are a bit thicker because they've got through more paper, obviously. Okay, I still need them. So I'm just going to put it on my cutting mat and I'm going to push down just to loosen the staple a little bit. And you can probably see, I'm not sure the camera angle I need to do here, sorry guys. Still learning. See how there's a gap now there? So now all I'm going to do is grab my pliers and pull. That's one. That's two. And now my book is apart. So it will be the cover and two signatures of the book. So yeah. So if you're continuing on with the journey of me making my very first tutorial or walkthrough, whatever you want to call it, the next thing I want to do is I need to strengthen the spine here. So there's a little what would you call it, crevice there, and it's basically to help the book bend when you read it, but I don't want it to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some very thin chipboard, and this is very thin chipboard that I bought, probably cereal box thickness, And I'm just going to cut about, I think I measured 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to do one for this side and one for this side of the book, so I'll need 4 in total. So we'll measure. So the golden book is 8 inches tall. I'll just get out my Skizz paper trimmer, make sure my cardstock is 8 inches, which it is, and just line it up with the 3/4 mark. Oh jeez, that's a disaster, isn't it? And then we'll go to and like, it doesn't need to look fantastic because you're going to be covering this anyway. So then I'm going to glue that onto there and then do another 3 pieces. Okay, I have my 4 pieces cut now. So what I'm going to do is I like to use, oh sorry, wrong way, fabric glue to stick these things down, and I'm just going to grab some clips to help hold it down so it can dry. So we'll start with the front cover first. I'm sure you could use any glue, PVA, but I just like the hold that the fabric glue gives. Give it a bit of a wiggle and then line it up like so. And then we'll do the other side, and it doesn't matter like if you do it on the piece of chipboard or on the actual book, it's all going to stick together. Just make sure you glue it on the right side. I have made that mistake before. Okay, and I'm just going to tap that down like so. And what I like about the fabric glue too, it gives you time to move things into position if you need to. So, that out of the way. I've got my second piece. So I just thought I would do this as a little test for me, I guess, to see if I can make these videos and for you to see how I do things, a little walkthrough. I've always been interested in doing little craft tutorial things like this. It's just about figuring out the right camera setup and having the confidence to do it. So I really want to have a go at it this time, and I thought this would be the perfect project to try it on. Okay, so I'm going to let them sit for a little while. I might actually get some extra clips just to hold down here, just so I can make sure that it's stuck properly. And I'll be back shortly with the next step, which will be the spine. So I'm back. So I have thought of an idea. I went and grabbed some of my fashion stuff. I was thinking calico, but couldn't find it, and I thought this would probably go better with you know, the title, but fabric, anything like that would do. So I cut enough to basically overlap and cut, and I cut extra on the sides so I can fringe it out like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find approximately the middle, so middle-ish there, and then I'm going to find my ruler, and I'm going to find about the middle, which is here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to mark it in. Okay. So that's about the middle. And then maybe we should find the middle of this too. And it doesn't really matter if you mark it because you're covering it up. So that's about the middle. Maybe if we go, come on, let's be really precise. Alright, how's that for precise, people? Alright, line that up, line that up. That looks good. Back to my fabric glue. And let's glue, glue, glue. You hear that fly buzzing around? Super annoying. Not much I can do about him at the moment though. Alright. Alright. So line that dot up with that dot, and if my big head's in frame, I'm sorry. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. Alright. So now I'm going to, this needs to be exact though. So I think I went with the half. I think I did. Yes, I did. So alright. So I want the part that's not joined to be on the outside, just so it looks neat, nice and neat. And sorry about that. Can't seem to keep my stuff going. All right. So we want it to be a quarter of an inch. I'm not pressing that down yet, I'm just making sure it's straight. And then okay, so we want our top and bottom to be level basically. So press that down that down. Dropping everything. Okay. So now gluing the outside of the other panel. And do the same thing. Making sure I have it all up the right way. And and make sure it's all level. Alright, gonna put a bit of pressure in there. Put dry. Flip it over. See how neat is that? Okay. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. I need a pair of scissors. I'm going to glue this down in here. So I don't really need that much. So let's cut it about here. You know, real precise measurements. We'll use that for something else. Okay, so just gluing on the chipboard. And the good thing about glue, as I've probably said 1,000 times in this video already, you can move it. So what I'm going to do is go in and press that down, and then just need to put some glue across here. Is it going to work? Pull that tight-ish, if that makes sense. Pull it down and so it'll stick basically. And it never wants to come out when you want it to. There we go. Now let's see how it's got that nice loose. I am so glad I went with the extra, with the 1/4 of an inch. I am just going to use my bone folder just while it's still a bit wet, just to make those divots there. Alright, I am going to leave this now to dry, but I am pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. Doesn't that look awesome? Alright, I'll leave it at that. I'll be back. Alright, it's not completely dry. I'll probably leave it overnight, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. You see how the book bends nicely. It's got that nice little crease in there, and it's not too tight here. So the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and add these little bookends. Okay, so finished my corners. So I should have taken my advice and started on the back, because these ones turned out horrendous, but the ones on the back look amazing. I figured out a little technique with my pliers. So, but they're all glued And you know what? I'm not too fussed because I want it to look a little rustic, a little beaten up anyway. So the dodgy little corners on the front, I think, actually adds to it. So I'm going to leave this here for today. I'm going to let this sit overnight, make sure all the glue's dry, and I will come back another day and film me doing all the signatures and all that fun stuff. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.